Imagine this. Two people walk into a room. One knows very little. The other is highly knowledgeable. Now here's the twist. The one who knows less walks in with full confidence, while the one who knows more hesitates, questions, and doubts themselves. This sounds backwards, but it's real, and it's backed by science. This phenomenon is called the Dunning Kruger Effect. And here's the crazy part. It doesn't just affect some people, it affects almost everyone. In a famous study, researchers David Dunning and Justin Kruger found that people who scored in the bottom 25% on tests of logic, grammar, and humor consistently rated themselves as above average. Let that sink in. The people who performed the worst believed they were better than most. Now here's where it gets even more shocking. They didn't just perform poorly, they also lacked the ability to recognize their own mistakes, which means they were not only wrong, they were unaware that they were wrong. This is called a double burden. You lack the skill, and you lack the awareness of that lack. Now compare that to experts. The more knowledge someone gains, the more they realize how complex things really are. In fact, studies show that experts often underestimate their own performance because they assume things that are easy for them are easy for everyone. So you get this strange curve. At the beginning of learning something, confidence shoots up very quickly. You learn a little and suddenly feel like an expert. This stage is often called the peak of Mount Stupid. But as you keep learning, confidence drops because you start seeing how much you don't know. Then, slowly, with real knowledge, confidence rises again, but this time it's grounded in reality. Now here's something even more interesting. Your brain is designed to protect your ego. When you are wrong, your brain does not always say, "I made a mistake." Instead, it creates explanations to defend your belief. This is called confirmation bias. You look for information that supports your view and ignore anything that challenges it. So, if someone believes they are smart, they will naturally focus on moments where they were right and ignore the many times they were wrong. Over time, this builds a false sense of intelligence. Now here's another crazy insight. Confidence is often mistaken for competence. Research shows people are more likely to trust someone who speaks confidently, even if their information is incorrect, which means a confident person who is wrong can appear more convincing than a quiet person who is right. Think about that. This is why in meetings, in debates, and even online, the loudest voice often wins, not the most accurate one. Now let's go deeper. There is another layer called metacognition. This is your ability to think about your own thinking. People with strong metacognition step back and ask, do I really understand this? Am I missing something? Could I be wrong? But people with low metacognition do not ask these questions. They assume, and that assumption creates confidence. Now here's something most people don't know. The less you know about a topic, the easier it is to form strong opinions about it, because you only see the surface, but experts see the complexity, and complexity creates caution. This is why beginners often speak in absolutes, while experts speak in probabilities. Beginners say, "This is right." Experts say, "It depends." Now here's another layer. Social media has made this problem even worse. Algorithms reward confidence, not accuracy. Short, bold opinions spread faster than careful, thoughtful analysis. So people learn to sound confident even when they are not informed. And over time, that behavior reinforces itself. Now here's a powerful realization. Real intelligence is not about having all the answers. It is about asking better questions. It is about being open to new information. It is about updating your beliefs when new evidence appears. So the solution is not to become less confident. It is to become more aware. Awareness of what you know, awareness of what you don't know, and awareness of how easily your brain can trick you. Because once you realize that you might be wrong, you become open to being right. So, the next time you hear someone say, "I know more than you all," remember this: it is not always intelligence speaking. Sometimes it is confidence without knowledge, and the real intelligence is quiet, curious and constantly learning, because the smartest people in the room are not the ones who think they know everything. They are the ones who know how much they still have to learn.